Paige shoved her half-eaten Danish pastry under the desk as the shop door opened and sighed. Another long day. She'd been thrilled to be offered the job straight out of college. A chance to work for the Bliss Initiative, at the forefront of cutting-edge technology? What computer science grad wouldn't want that? Entry level, of course. A Bliss Brainiac, helping the public to embrace the very latest in life-enhancing innovations, at the front line, bringing scientific advancements to the masses. It sounded so glamorous. She'd imagined spending her days discussing sophisticated, high-tech software, probably with cute, geeky guys. In reality, her time was spent dealing with inept and often rude customers with idiotic complaints, especially since the release of the 4.0s last month. And as for guys, well, the type who came in weren't exactly her cup of tea. Like the one who was shuffling through the door now. Mid-40s, she guessed, greasy hair and duffel coat. Hardly an Adonis. He approached her desk, head down, fiddling with the hem of his coat. She took a deep breath, deep enough to accidentally inhale the stale smell of old sweat and the acrid musk that had been sprayed on top of it. She tried not to gag, grimacing inwardly as she put on her best professional smile. "Good morning, sir. Welcome to the Bliss Brainiac Boutique. How can I help you today?" The man cleared his throat, shifting awkwardly as he spoke. "I bought one of your products as a gift for a friend, but it doesn't work properly," he said. "I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Which model is it?" The S4.0 in russet." He leant in across the desk, and Paige found herself pulling back involuntarily from the stench. "Oh, lovely choice," she said. "I bet your friend was thrilled." "Yes, well, he would be if it bloody well worked." "Okay, what exactly is the problem?" "It doesn't do anything. Anything I wanted it to do for him. He's been feeling very down. I wanted to cheer him up." "I'm certain the S4.0 would cheer anyone up. It was a most thoughtful gift." "It should have been, but it's more hassle than it's bloody worth so far." "Right, don't worry. As I'm sure you're aware, it is our latest model. Lots of customers have experienced teething problems. It's far more complex and realistic than earlier versions. However, the majority of issues we found are due to user error, so user error," he snapped, straightening up. He is more than capable, I'm sure. Perhaps, though, your friend hasn't fully read the instruction manual? If he would like, he could pop in himself. I'm sure I could talk him through. No, he's not one for social situations, gets a little flustered, and he's housebound. That's why I take care of these things for him." "I see. Well, where is the product now? I see you haven't brought it with you today?" "No, it's not working. I couldn't get it out of sleep mode this morning." "So you've looked at it yourself today?" "Yes." "Okay, well, I may be able to connect to it remotely. Do you have the serial number?" Yes, hold on." He pulled a ragged piece of paper from his pocket. "It's 3546586. Paige turned to her PC and inputted the information. "Okay, so that's registered to a Mr. Wilkes," she said. "Is that your friend?" "No, that's me. I bought it and, well, I said I'd take care of any maintenance problems and so on, so we thought it best to leave it in my name." "Fine, okay. But I will need the GPS location if it isn't at your registered address." "Oh, it is. Yes, it's at my house. I took it home. It was causing him so much grief." "Very thoughtful. Right, so what are the main issues that I can help you with today?" "Well, half the time he can't even turn it on." "Okay. Are you sure he's followed the startup procedure correctly?" "Of course I bloody have." Mr. Wilkes flushed red and raised his voice. "He bloody has. Are you suggesting he doesn't know how?" "I'm terribly sorry, sir. You see, our customers do vary in terms of previous experience. If your friend isn't accustomed..." "He is." "Well, then that's super then. Okay, so you've correctly followed startup procedures, including prompts?" "Prompts?" The S4.0 will usually indicate which buttons to press to proceed. Oh, he might have possibly missed that. He lowered his voice and avoided eye contact. Ah, well, that's one thing to try then. If you still have problems, do get back to us. Fine, but what about the other issues? Such as? Well, it keeps coming out with the same message over and over again. I can't get it to stop. So, continuous error messages, correct? Yes, precisely. Okay. Have you followed the commands when the error messages occur? She inquired. Yes. Well, not always. Sometimes I'm trying to do something else. I haven't got time. I just have to dismiss the message and deal with it later. Ah, yes. Well, you see, with the S4.0 it is very important to follow commands straight away. Otherwise, you may find that... It makes a hideous noise, too, he interrupted. What sort of noise? Like a constant whining. It's extremely irritating. Ah. Yes, that noise usually means it requires some maintenance, although it can be a result of failure to follow command prompts, as we said before. Maintenance? I only bought it a month ago. Yes, but as you will no doubt be aware, from your extensive study of the manual, the S4.0 does require regular maintenance. Daily, ideally. But don't worry, these are things you can do yourself. What things? Oh, just basic stuff. Ensure it has enough time in sleep mode, plenty of user input. The AI is extremely sophisticated. It needs to have regular information updates in order to perform at its best. This is ridiculous. Also, when my friend leaves it running a task, he often gets home from work to find it crashed halfway through. I thought your friend was housebound? I've had enough of this. Mr. Wilkes slammed his fist down on the desk, and Paige took a step backward. I come in here to complain about a faulty product, and all I get is questions and accusations. I'm sorry, sir. I'm just trying to establish whether this product is actually faulty, or if it bloody well is. I'm not listening to any more of this nonsense. I want a refund. As you are still covered by our exclusive 60-day no-quibble guarantee, I can arrange that, of course. However, I could offer you a free downgrade if you prefer. Free downgrade? He was incredulous. Yes, I know that sounds strange, but many of our customers have found that they actually prefer the earlier models. The 4.0 range does require more advanced knowledge to operate efficiently than, say, the 3.5, which many have found to be more user-friendly. Of course, it doesn't have quite as many realistic features, though many have found that's actually preferable. Let me see one then. I have the Gina 3.5 in stock right now in blonde. I prefer brunette. Okay, well, I have a Clarissa 3.5 in auburn. Let me find you a picture. Paige looked for the right section in the catalog on her desk, shuddering inwardly. Page after page of pictures of the latest in cyberspace technology. There was something about the creations, motherboards and machinery encased in living tissue, that sent shivers down her spine. Even after all this time. Finally, she found the model she was looking for and handed the catalog to Mr. Wilkes. He studied the photo for a few moments, and his face softened. Yes, all right, he said. I'll give that a go. Give that to my friend, see what he thinks. Okay, well, I can arrange collection of your Sophia 4.0 and a delivery of Clarissa 3.5 for this afternoon, if that's convenient. Yes, all right. At your registered address? She raised one eyebrow and struggled to keep the smirk from her lips. Yes, Mr. Wilkes whispered. As he left the shop, clutching his receipt, Paige turned her attention to the next angry-looking customer. A woman this time. Over 50, she guessed. Good morning. Welcome to... Paige didn't get a chance to finish her over-rehearsed greeting, as the woman interrupted her. I bought the Paolo 4.0 with the Deluxe Grande attachment just 2 weeks ago, she said. And what seems to be the problem? The attachment only works for 3 minutes at a time. Then the whole system crashes and it won't reboot for 8 hours. Plus, I can't get it to install any information updates. It takes hours to respond to requests, if at all. and it can't run more than one task at once. I want my money back." Paige sighed again, and thought about the guy she'd met in CJ's bar the other night. He'd been pleasant enough, and she'd taken his number, but hadn't intended to use it. Looking at the woman in front of her, all sour wrinkles and indignation in her eyes, she thought perhaps she might give him a call after all.